Hi, my name is Rajesh Burrell, and I will defend that not eating meat is more ethical. My arguments will be that being a vegetarian is better for the planet, better for the human race, and better for a person's health. In a study done in 2010 by the National Institute of Nutrition in Germany, it said that vegetarian nutrition is associated with a lower energy use along the food supply chain. Basically, this entails that there will be lower emissions of carbon dioxide and its equivalent, which would, so associating it to global warming. So in the study, the authors find that through various links, vegetarian nutrition mostly attenuates global problems such as climate change, shortage of natural resources, world hunger, poverty, and chronic illnesses. And this is done by decreasing livestock production, a reduced demand for fodder, and the overall avoidance of having to convert animal food to human food. For example, in a study done by David Pimentel, a ecology professor at Cornell University, if all the grain that we use to feed animals, or livestock rather, were to be consumed directly by people, we would be able to feed nearly 800 million people. And this same grain, if we were to export it economically, it would boost the U.S.'s trade balance by about $80 billion a year. I know that's being selfish on the part of the U.S., but since we're both from the U.S., I was speaking on those terms. On an equally important note, rather, switching to vegetarianism saves animals. 10 billion animals are slaughtered from human consumption each year, and now due to factory farms, animal cruelty is at its highest. So we're affecting the world in a good way, both for the human race and animals. In another study, researchers drew samples from vegetarians and non-vegetarians in the same population in India, and they found that vegetarians had, and this is a very shocking find, they found that non-vegetarians had exhibited a greater degree of DNA damage when compared to the vegetarians, and this is due to food mutagens in the cooked meat. Mutagens basically change the sequencing and coding of our DNA, resulting in errors in our progeny. So in our children we find birth defects and other illnesses. So this affects the human race as a whole, because as we eat more food and eat more meat and consume more cooked meat, we are affecting our children and future generations through the DNA sequence. And lastly, it's proven that vegetarian foods are a major source of nutrition for most people, and that people who stick to a vegetarian diet, this has been proven by researchers at Brown University, tend to have lower risks of heart disease, obesity, diabetes, and other forms of cancer, including colon and breast cancer. This is because, like I said, all the various ill ingredients that may lie in cooked meat, as well as vegetarian diets are simply lower in saturated fats and empty calories, and they're more stronger in antioxidants and vitamins. So overall, by being vegetarian, you're keeping your body more healthy, you keep your weight down, and you can ward off diseases. I'm a vegetarian myself, and I have a much healthier metabolism and overall lifestyle than most of my meat-eating friends. Yeah.